Hey guys, welcome to Elli-May Smoked Barbecue. Today we are going to smoke a few chicken thighs that we had, that we found in the freezer while we were rearranging it this morning. So really haven't done much to these things. It might be, I don't know if you can see them or not. As far as trimming, obviously if you were going to go to a competition, you'd want to square these up, trim them. Now we did cut off a couple pieces of fat that was just wasted fat that was just loosely hanging off of them. So we did cut a couple pieces of fat off, but other than that, we didn't do much to them, simply because we're going to smoke them, we're going to eat them. What we're going to do today is try a new rub that we have. Basically, I mean, it's pretty standard, I guess, comparatively. Has some light brown sugar in it. Let's see, some kosher salt, some chili powder, a little bit of cayenne pepper, and onion powder. I think I said garlic powder. If not, it's got garlic powder in it, and you know, some kosher salt. So what we're going to do first is going to put a light coat of oil on these breasts to help crisp the skin while it's in the smoker. And then once we get that done, we're going to put them into our little aluminum pan here, and then we have some chicken broth that's in the refrigerator cooling right now. I didn't want to pour that hot broth on the chicken, so by the time we get everything set up in there, it'll be cool. So what we're going to go ahead and do is get these things oiled up, if you so want to call it. Just like I said, a light coat of oil and on these things. I probably should have did the bottoms first, but we're really not going to put any seasoning on the bottoms, because if we do that, once we put the chicken broth in there, it will wash the seasoning off of the meat. So get these things lightly coated. And then we're going to also, you can see the butter pads sitting here, we're going to stick them on to the side of the pan, let them kind of melt into the chicken broth as it's smoking to add a little bit of moisture and some more flavor to the meat. So just like I said, light coat of oil, nothing much. And we're going to be smoking these on the drum smoker today using Applewood. So what we want to do now is basically just set these in this pan. You know, nothing fancy, just set them in there any way you want. We are not going to get fancy today. So we got 5 of these dudes. All right, now, like I said, we have some chicken broth in the fridge cooling. So I'm going to grab that real quick out of the fridge, and we'll get this poured into, I think it'll start beeping if you don't close it all the way, drive you nuts. So basically just going to pour this. There's probably 2 cups in this pan, or in this saucer. We just really just kind of want to cover the bottom of this stuff, and that's going to help add moisture as well. Clean that off so it doesn't make a mess. Set this over here out of the way. All right, now we're going to season them, and then we're going to season them, we'll put the butter on there. So again, just like anything else that you season, nice liberal coat over this thing. Over this thing, actually, with chicken thighs, not things. And then, you know, we're not going to be too careful about not getting any into the broth, because we do want a little bit in that broth. And we'll probably go ahead and put some in there anyway. But as you can see, we can get them coated really, really good. Coat that chicken broth really, really good. All right. I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make in the flavor, putting the rub into the chicken broth, but we shall see. And then we're just basically, I mean, yeah, I'll stick the butter on here and it'll slowly melt into the, probably once this thing gets hot, I think it'll slowly melt, it's going to dive right in. But regardless, I mean, you know, it'll add a little bit more moisture, a little bit more flavor. Let's move one of these over here. They're already starting to slide in, and that's okay. So there you have it. So I don't know if you can see that or not. I've got a good shot of that. I don't want to tilt it up because of the broth. There you have it. We're going to go ahead and get the smoker going. We're using a drum smoker today, and then we're going to run these about 325, 330 degrees just to get that skin crisp. My wife loves crispy skin. Personally, I could care less. I don't eat it. I just peel my skin off and give it to her. So we're going to let these sit here for a minute. Gotta go stuttering here. Get the smoker warmed up, like I said, right around 325, 330 degrees. And then once we get these things cooked, probably an hour and a half or so, we'll pull them off, and then we'll coat them with our favorite barbecue sauce, and then sit down and have some chicken thighs for dinner. So once we get these things going, we'll check on them after about 30 minutes, and then see where we're at. And then at that time, we'll bring you back and give you a quick shot of them, and then when they're finished, we'll bring you back in and cut into them and see what they look like. So for now, take care. See you soon. All right, guys, welcome back. Here we have it, about 30 minutes into the cook. And you can see we're getting a nice color on the skin, starting to form a nice bark, and you can see all the butter is now melted down into the chicken broth. So probably going to let it go another 30 minutes, and we'll start probing it for temps and see where we're at. But right now I want to get this lid closed so we can retain as much heat as possible. So we'll see you again in about 30 minutes. Take care. All right, guys, welcome back. Here we have it, the final product. Just pulled these off the smoker about 5 minutes ago. I'm really excited to dig into these things, just see what's going on. But just to basically recap what we did, a few chicken breasts that we pulled out of the freezer. Didn't really do a lot of trimming, just a couple pieces of fat that was kind of hanging on. Cut those off, lightly coated them with vegetable oil, then seasoned them, put them in a pan, aluminum pan with some chicken broth, about a cup of chicken broth. Seasoned them with our chicken rub, and then we kind of tack some butter around the inside edges of the pan that obviously, when it warmed up, melted into the chicken broth to add some flavor and keep things moist. Smoked them for, I don't know, about an hour, 15 minutes or so, till they hit about 170-ish. And we used drum smoker, and we used Applewood, and we ran the smoker around 330 degrees today. So let's get into it and see what's going on. They really smell good. Too bad we don't have smell-o-vision. Here we go. Holy smokes. If you look at that, a bite right through the skin. Moisture just phenomenal. My God, it's some great flavor. Man, that was a winner. Came out real nice. Let me get some of this off my face. Get that dripping juice down there. Oh, gotta love it when the juice drips, man. You know you've hit it. So there you have it, man. Make sure you hit that like button, ring the bell. Definitely subscribe, because you don't want to miss out on any more of these videos. So that's it for now until the next video. So we're going to sit down, we're going to enjoy these. So until next time, man, stay safe, stay healthy. Talk to you soon.